What's going on, everyone? MetalBlade427 here, and I welcome you to my 200 subscriber Q&A special vlog. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for this honor. I am so happy to meet and talk to and communicate with each and every one of you out there, even if it was only maybe once or twice or on a continuous basis. I thank everybody so much for coming over to my channel, for supporting me in all the videos that I put and everything, and I know that you guys really enjoy them. 2015 was so exciting because I finished my Mega Man X Command missions, I did my entire run-through of Kingdom Hearts, and my entire run-through of Paper Mario. Two amazing games that you guys should definitely go and check out if you haven't seen them already. Plus a whole lot of different other things that I've been throwing out here and there, my Triforce Hero stuff. I think I did a bunch of other Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just so many things. Resident Evil 1, that was so much fun. Just so many things have happened in 2015, but the biggest one of it all is meeting each and every one of you and hitting my 200 subscriber mark and just looking towards what the future would come to and everything. So a few weeks ago, I did put out an update video that talked about the new stuff that's coming out on my channel, as well as the contest that I was going. Congratulations to those winners again. But also, more importantly, you guys left me questions that you wanted me to answer, and they ranged anywhere from the serious to the extremely not so serious. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to answer those questions for you guys right now. So let's get started then, shall we? So you guys may recognize this program not over here. This is the hat. I love this program. It is just so much fun to use. You probably recognized it from when I had my drawing for the winners and everything like that. It's the best thing I can do for a 100% complete randomize, and I just want to get as much use out of it as possible. I put everybody that asked me a question into the hat in alphabetical order, and now I'm just going to hit a name. Whoever draws first is the first question I answer. We're just going to keep going one by one until there are no more names. So let's see, who's the first one I'm going to answer? Click. We're going to answer Azure Raiden's question. And before I begin, thank you once again, my friend, for pointing me in the directions of my awesome Get Equipped shirt. It's perfect for my channel because, I mean, if I owned the copyright for that statement, then it would just be awesome from there. So let's see what he asked. Alright, Azure asked me a few different questions here, and the first one being a signature question of his that I've seen him ask other Q&A videos. You wake up tomorrow to find 100,000 active subscribers on your channel. What would you do next? Crack open a beer, take the day off, kind of wrap my head around it all and everything. I mean, I'm excited. I'm absolutely ecstatic to simply have 200 subscribers, and anything more coming out from that is absolutely amazing. 100,000 active subscribers is a game changer. There are channels out there with 1 million subscribers that don't even have 100,000 active subscribers. Waking up to something like that is just completely different in terms of what I'm doing now. Everything would have to change. I would rather, if I'm going to ever get to 100,000 subscribers, which you never know, maybe not, I'm not even going to be planning that far ahead, I'd rather do it in a gradual sense rather than wake up one day and it just happening, because it's just too much to go around merchandising, everything's got to be Metal Blade 427 the flamethrower, you know, you gotta have to put all that stuff out and everything. So yeah, what would I do next? Crack open a beer, have a party, take the day off, and then the next day wrap my head around exactly what the hell just happened. Number 2, when will your next Mario level be finished? I'm actually working on one right now. Unfortunately, I'm a very big perfectionist with my Mario Maker levels, so I can't just throw one together in a few hours. I like to really take my time and play through it multiple times to make sure that, in my standard, it worked out good. I have a fun one that I'm working on now, and then I have another idea for a second one, and I'm probably going to upload both of them at the same time. Trust me, my friend, you'll be one of the first people. You'll probably get tagged in the posts that I throw on Twitter, so you'll be able to check that out as soon as it goes live. Number 3, have you considered streaming? I've streamed a little bit in the past. I streamed Dino Crisis 2 when I did June Dino Month this past year, and then I streamed my grinding sessions for Kingdom Hearts. I'm not a big streamer because I can never find enough time to just sit down and just stream straight through. Plus, when I had to get a new computer and everything, all my previous data for my streaming was lost, and I just haven't taken the time to go and reconnect everything together and whatnot. However, I did have a plan in October. Well, it was supposed to be for November, but maybe I'll do it sometime this year. You guys let me know down in the comments what you think of this idea. I want to stream a modified speed run of Resident Evil 4. And by modified speed run, I mean I want to do New Game Plus, I want to use the Chicago typewriter, I want to have Leon in his, outfit and whatnot, the gangster outfit, and I want to see how fast I can beat the game, if I can beat it in one set stream. I've seen it done, and I want to see if I can do it, and I want to know if you guys would be interested in watching me do that on the stream. If you are, maybe I'll make that a special in January or February just to kind of bring that back into play, but that was an idea that I had. And as far as constant streaming goes, I don't know, I'm more of a YouTuber than a streamer, but we'll see how it goes. Number 4, do you dip fries in ice cream? No, I do not. Fries for me, strictly going ketchup. I'm very old-fashioned like that. That's how it goes, and that's how it should be. Maybe barbecue, maybe honey mustard, depending on how it goes, but I don't dip them in ice cream. I know plenty of people that do dip it in ice cream because of that whole salty-sweet contrast, which is something that a lot of people like. But me personally, I don't really like doing that. The closest I would do that is dipping fries in a Wendy's Frosty. But that just if the mood strikes me and if the weather's hot enough. So thank you, Azure, for those questions. Let's move on to the next one. Question set number 2 comes from Lazy Bum Gamer. He actually also sent me a bunch of questions in one shot. So let's go see what he has to ask. Okay, Abba, my friend, you asked question number 1. How did you come up with your YouTube name? Actually, when I started my YouTube page 2 years ago, I had a few different ideas about what I wanted to do in terms of a name-wise. I had a whole bunch of different gaming ideas and then a few other things as well. Like, one of the ones that came to my mind right now is I had C-Zilla Stomp. That was like one of the names because I'm a huge Godzilla fan. I mean, I have the tattoo and everything, to show how great of a fan I am and whatnot. I'm even more of a big fan of Godzilla than I am of Mega Man, though they're pretty even. The problem with that is I wanted to do a gaming channel, and having Godzilla as a central theme for a gaming channel just didn't really jive very well in my head. And then it also came down to the fact that I am a terrible artist. I can't draw for the life of me, and I didn't know anybody that could draw anything for the life of me. So when I came up with Metal Blade, I thought about, okay, so maybe something Mega Man related, and then Mega Man 2 is my favorite one of that. The Metal Blade is my favorite weapon, regardless of how OP it is. And then, because that's when Super Smash was just out, they had a lot of images of Mega Man holding a Metal Blade, so that became my initial avatar for YouTube. So through simplicity and just me enjoying it and everything, that's how I came up with Metal Blade. Number 2, what consoles do you own? So just from my vision from right here where I'm standing, I have a PlayStation 2, I have a PlayStation 3, I have a Wii, I have a Wii U, I have my PC next to me, I have my 3DS right here. My Wii is actually soft modified, so I can play any NES games, Super Nintendo games, N64 games, Game Boy Advance games, Sega Genesis games, Wii games, and GameCube games. So I have a whole bunch of stuff from that. My PlayStation 2 is actually soft-modded as well, and that has, 30, 40 games preloaded onto that. At one point, I will get a PlayStation 4. I have owned an Xbox before. I've owned a whole bunch of different systems, but that's just pretty much what I have for right now. What games are you looking for in 2016? Probably looking forward for. There's really not much in 2016 that I'm excited for, mainly because I don't have the newer systems out, except for the Wii U. But I guess Final Fantasy Explorers, because that looks like a lot of fun. I probably won't get that on day one, but it is something I am looking forward to. When I do have a PlayStation 4, Kingdom Hearts 3, that's absolutely my number one thing that I'm going to get. And then with Final Fantasy Remake coming out, that's another thing that I want. As far as anything else, just see how time goes on. I'm very much a classic gamer. I have Shadow Hearts that I want to play. Still want to play Skies of Arcadia again because it's awesome. And then Mario Maker and Splatoon and so much other stuff that's already been out that I could play over and over and over again. Where do you see yourself in 5 and 10 years? Dude, I don't know where I see myself in 5 to 10 months. Right now, I had a plan at one point in my life. I had the idea of where my life should be at a specific point. Spoiler, I am over 30. I know, right? Amazing. When I hit my age of 30, I wanted to have certain things in my life. I wanted to have a complete career. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to have a house. I just wanted all of these certain things. And when I hit that age, I didn't have any of it. And I fell into a pretty bad depression because these are goals that I had set for myself that I did not achieve, and I just felt like a failure to it all. So after I got over that and went through different life changes and everything along that ways, I realized that I just shouldn't plan so far ahead to the future. I mean, there are still things that I look into, you know, like retirement and things along that ways, but as far as set goals in 5 to 10 years, I just want to be surprised, to be honest with you. Hell, right now where I am on YouTube was a complete surprise. My first year on YouTube, I only got 50 subscribers. I got 150 of you guys plus following me within the past year. Who knows what's going to happen next year? I just want it to happen all naturally and all, you know, fluently. So, and number 5, why are you so awesome? Genetics, gene splicing, snakes, snails, puppy dog tails, accidentally adding in chemical awesome sauce. You know, there's a whole bunch of things that go into making this awesome guy right here. So, thank you, Abba, for those questions. Go and check him out on his stream. He's a Twitch streamer. Everybody that I'm going to be answering questions to will have their links in the description down below. Go watch him. He's a really good streamer and all that stuff. Thank you, my friend. Let's move on to the next one. Number 3 comes from a couple gamers. All right, cool. Let's see what you guys have to say. Question number 1. And it's weird that I'm looking over to this side when the questions are popping up below me, but that's just where my computer is. Favorite Mega Man game, boss, soundtrack. Give me all that yummy Mega Man info. Alright, so this kind of goes back to with me saying where I got my name from. Mega Man 2 holds a special place in my heart, not only because it being a great game, but because it is the first game that I ever beat as a child by myself from beginning to end. Never did it to Mario, never did it to... I mean, I did do it with Mario and Link and all those other games and whatnot, but Mega Man 2 was the very first game that I beat by myself. And, you know, I used the Metal Blade almost for the whole thing and whatnot, so that's why I love that weapon so much. So, it's more than just this game is an awesome game, everyone should play it, has this, that, and the thing, yada, yada, yada. No, it's a personal reason as to why Mega Man 2 is my favorite and why I push as to why that game is so great. As far as favorite boss goes, I don't know. I can probably pick out a favorite boss from every Mega Man game because it's really hard to pick and choose and whatnot. That's like asking a mother to ask what's her favorite child. Everyone does have a favorite. As far as soundtrack goes, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really like Bubble Man's theme. I was a big fan of listening to various remixes of stuff growing up and everything. That was like my music and whatnot. But Bubble Man has a really cool remix out there of a great guitar solo to it all and everything. And I thought it was really awesome to listen to. As far as, I don't even like Metal Man's music that much. Bubble Man was probably my favorite, but it's a Mega Man game. There's so many awesome soundtracks from all of the games, and that's not just the classic Mega Man. You're talking about X as well. Battle Network has some really cool stuff in it. It's known for its music, and it's known for its atmosphere, and that's why Mega Man is such a great series. I had to read this one a few times. Number 2, what would you prefer to do? Eat a polar bear or dive into a live octopus? I've eaten bear before. Yes, I have. It's really nasty and very gamey, which means it's hard to chew and hard to get through. Plus, being a polar bear, you'd have to get through all of those layers of fat because they have that on them in order to keep them warm in like, you know, the Arctic weather and everything. As far as diving into a live octopus is concerned, I would guess it'd be a big octopus, like one of the large octopuses. Wow, that almost came out like sounding weird. That would probably be what I would want to do, dive onto a live octopus. As long as I land on the top part of it. You don't want to land on the bottom because the suckers will grab you. And the suckers hurt because each of the little suckers have like a little hook into it, so it's more than just a suction, it's like a grab. Plus then they'll pull you to the beak and they'll eat you and all that other stuff. It's not fun. So let me jump on, I'll roll around him for a little bit, then I'll get out of there really freaking quickly. As far as eating a polar bear, it would be really nasty to eat. Plus then I'd have to kill it, and I'd feel bad about myself if I do that. So, there you go. Dive into a live octopus. Told you some of these questions are interesting. Number 4. Boom! Comes from Frozen Colorus. I know your question. Hold on a second. Okay, so I kept the space over here open because his question is, have you played the Mega Man Battle Network series? My friend, to answer that question, I show you these. You can click on either one of these and go and enjoy my complete 100% playthrough of Battle Network 1 or Battle Network 2. And actually, these two, my friend, were my very first Let's Plays that I did on my channel. I am a huge Battle Network fan. I have played all 6 of them on the Game Boy. I have tried out that fan-made one, which I hope they get really close to finishing that soon. I know there's only like 3 or 4 chapters in, but I hope they come soon. I've played Battle Chip Challenge, which may end up on a Retro Rage Play one day. I've played the one for the GameCube. I haven't played the one for the Wonder Swan. I've seen the entire anime, as well as English and Japanese. I've even played through the Star Force series, all 3 games, and watched the anime. They are such underrated games. They are amazing games. I love looking at the remixes of the old Robot Masters into the NetNavi form, and it's such a cool new experience for Mega Man, but there's still a lot to it that holds true. Like, he's able to use enemy weapons, and he's able to use enemy abilities and things like that in the later games and whatnot. So definitely, if you haven't already, you can see my humble beginnings as a YouTuber with Mega Man Battle Network 1, Mega Man Battle Network 2. These are 100% complete playthroughs, getting all of the possible stars that you could in them, and I hope you enjoy them. You can definitely see like the audio quality and whatnot have been really crappy. Hell, Battle Network 1, I use Windows Media Player, so that should tell you where that started off. So, thank you, my friend. I hope that answers your question. Back to the hat for number 5. Bam! Purple Torch! Okay, alright, let's see what you have to say. Miss Purple Torch Gaming asks, because of your Retro Rage Play, my AskMB427 question is, what game do you absolutely hate the most? It's actually kind of a long list. There's a lot of games out there that I do not like. I mean, I don't like Call of Duty, I don't like Grand Theft Auto, and that's just personal. I don't like the Madden football games because Madden exists, we don't get a proper NFL Blitz anymore, which really sucks. But if you had to give me one particular game that I absolutely hate the most, it would have to be Resident Evil Survivor. This game is god awful. And the reason I bring this up is because there's a story tied to it. It is the only game, remember Blockbusters? Everybody remember Blockbuster Video? It is the only game I have ever returned to Blockbusters and demanded them to refund my money so I can get a new game. I rented this on a Friday night because it wasn't like new, but it was new enough. Resident Evil Survivor is a first-person shooter game that's supposed to be a light gun game, but doesn't really work the same. I brought it home. I played it for a good 3-4 hours, so I gave it a legit shot in terms of, that's kind of a pun, I guess, in terms of how it would play through. And it was awful. It was so bad. Like, I thought Resident Evil was going to be great. It was ridiculously stupid. It had horrible graphics and terrible mechanics. It didn't tell you where you needed to go. For a light gun game, it should have at least given you a better direction. There was a time in the game where I walked into a library setting, and I went and I got a key in order to open a door that I was just at the other side of town. And then you hear the door open and shut, so you know that there's an enemy in there. And I'm sitting there waiting for the enemy to come through the door in order to kind of get me. I waited 15 minutes for this stupid enemy to make it pretty much down and around a hallway just to come to where I was so I could kill it. It was stupid, it was horrible, and it was not fun. It was not suspenseful at all. I hope my rage of just talking about the game was satisfactory enough, Purple. Thank you so much for your question. Moving right along now, here we go, number 6. My buddy Just Plain Paul. You ready for this question? Because I know I am. His question is in relation to my recent giveaway on my channel. My very first giveaway where I gave away 5 $10 gift cards to 5 lucky winners, which those will be going out soon, guys. Don't think I haven't forgot about you or whatever. It's just with holidays and whatnot, it's been a little difficult to sit down and actually do that. So you'll get them, don't worry. My buddy, Just Plain Paul, asks, why don't you have enough money to get Fatal Frame when you're going to give away the cost of the game? Hashtag sarcasm. Hashtag what are best friends for. Yes, I'm giving away $50 worth of prizes in order to make you guys happy when I could use that $50 to buy, Fatal Frame 5 for the Wii, which is the exact same price. It's sarcastic, it doesn't mean anything, it's more of a joke, and I get where he's coming from with it. It's something to think about, because it's like, I want Fatal Frame 5 so much, oh, here's $50, wait a minute, type deal, but, it's my gift to you guys, it's my way of saying thank you all for being around and hanging out with me and all that other stuff. I wish I could give each and every one of you something out there, but that would just be way too much out of my bank account and everything. The year is still young. It's almost, actually by the time this goes out, it will be 2016. So Fatal Frame 5 will probably be mine at some point in 2016, as well as the entire Fatal Frame series. Hopefully they'll all go on sale on the PlayStation Network soon, and I'll be able to play them for you guys at some point. But yeah. Having enough money to buy Fatal Frame, but I decide to give it away because I'm a generous man like that. Because I'm a proper gentleman, and that is exactly how that goes. So, thank you, my friend, for pointing out things along my ways that I didn't actually think about beforehand. Oh boy.